Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hyperspace Cube channel. This is Yodakiller here from the Bothan Network, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Vader Yellow, of course. Victory Leader standing by, reinforcements for Vader's fleet. Kind of wanted to give you a little update about where the deck is right now, how I feel about it in the PQ season, and then some Secrets of Power cards that I'm really excited about. So touch a little bit about current state of affairs. This is kind of where my list is at. I will put this in the description below. Took it for a spin for a PQ not too long ago. Didn't go so well. A lot of hate going around right now. I think a difficult matchup is Boba Data Vault. And of course, Hantu Blue, which I'll talk about shortly. If you see this list here, there's a lot more space to worry about because Han Wan is back. After the force throw bans, you got to worry a lot about Falcons in the air, haulers, Chewie, things like that. So keeping space clear is very important. One card that I tried that won me actually the game was Falcon. I think I keep one on the board, like to bring it in against control, but like opponents will definitely not expect it. And there's a little point in action where you're taking a lot of actions on your flip turn. Your opponents might be ready for an answer. They haven't played anything and they have resources open. And you just start swinging one by one with your TIE fighter. And once you swing with the last one, they think to themselves, all right, well, now you have no unit to flip on. They might take initiative. That's where you can play Falcon for 5, flip Vader onto it, and hit him for 8. It's just extra reach and actually paid off in one of my matches against Kira. All right, so why don't I think, well, let's talk a little bit about what I said earlier. Space clear again, Han Wan, decks with that want to actually like combat in space. Emperor Palpatine's being played, so a lot of people are playing Elite P38. All these cards are going to be super important. I don't expect a lot of mirror matches, but again, make sure to keep space clear. Okay. Why don't I think that Vader is in a good position right now? It's because of Hantu. It's still the pain in the deck, and the butt to like play against. Honestly, all of these cards. If there's one thing that I want to say is that I hope that Hantu gets banned. It's just a really busted leader, and I think that FFG probably needs to watch out for it. To be honest, the results are I mean, when you get to play the best cards a turn earlier and heal him up, it becomes a little unfair. So I have obviously the best turn 1 play that they can play is Grogu. That's just going to mess with all your units. Marin is a problem. Just be able to pick off your units. Ogdo, the ability for them to race you. Your clock becomes shorter. Poe obviously is going to also mess with you with your flip. And beforehand, just hitting 8 to base, cut the clock short. Anakin to be able to like easily kill your lurker or 2 units, especially now that they're playing Force Lightning. Entrenched as well is becoming a main staple in a lot of Hantu decks, so being able to put that on a clone combat squadron, not be able to worry about it. I think the 2 big things that are annoying as well, of course, is Yaddle and Owen being able to play that on turn 1 and kind of mitigate your damage. They're going to just win the race that way, and you really have to like, it feels like you're just relying on outmaneuver too much just to be able to tap them down. I think they just have so many tools right now. So I think Vader's really good spot when something like blue-green villainy is relevant in the meta, and I don't think that's going to be the case unless FFG does something with the Hantu leader. All right, let's talk about Secrets of Power. We're a month away from release, and there are definitely some cards that I'm super, super excited about. Number 1, of course, is Screeching TIE Fighter. It's another 1-drop in our repertoire. On attack, you may choose a ground unit. If you do, it loses its keywords and can't gain keywords for this phase. Pretty good. I think this is awesome. Turn 1 play, being able to then take initiative. Well, they'll take initiative, and then when you attack, you'll be able to stop annoying cards like Owen and Yaddle from restoring. I think this really helps with the clock and puts that pressure enough for you to be able to in a position to like kill them on your flip turn. So another good 1-drop. Another card that I'm excited about, A-Wing. It's another space unit. 1-drop with more health is really important. I think if they could put another 1-3 out there, that would be great. But hey, can't complain. Raid 1, it feels good having another 1-drop in your tools. And then yellow can play a factor for future cards with the new Disclose ability. That's the next card I want to talk about, which is Soulless 1. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think this is like there could potentially be something there, but it has an on attack. You may disclose 2 cunning and a villainy reveal cards from your hand with these aspect icons on them. And if you do ready to resources, the one big thing about this is being able to utilize Guild TIE Fighter, draw a card, attack with this, disclose cards, ready to resources. Being able to play more stuff on the board. Hesitant on it because, we kind of already have low cards already to begin with because you're kind of just throwing your hands out there, especially if you have all these 1-drops. But there could be some potential there because of the Guild TIE Fighter and having more resources. Anything that can have you ready stuff in a hand that is going really wide and are cheap costs, I think there's something that could be there. But further testing needed. All right. Arrest. This is something cool. So it is the first time we've ever seen a card that your base captures something. So it's your base captures an enemy non-leader unit at the start of the regroup phase that owner rescues it. I think this is pretty interesting card. Does it fit in Vader? Time will tell. But the cool thing about it is you can blank a card for a turn. You could you're able to reset a unit that maybe has a lot of upgrades on it. It's also an anti-Vader card that you can get away, like the Daughter. I think the Daughter is a card that posts sideboard for some decks. It's a problem. It's a really big problem. And so being able to play this, capture it for the turn, and then from there you're kind of clear to attack with your units, especially this with outmaneuver. I know that's a lot of answers or a lot of cards you needed, but is this another option to remove a problematic unit, even to take away a Luke for the turn, so it doesn't restore? I think has potential. This could also just be a post rotation card because you already have No Good to Me Dead, which is a little better. But this is just something to think about. Okay, another one is Trade Route Taxation. Banger of a card. I think this is a complete game changer. What an anti-control card. Just wreck your whole game. I think this is important. Choose an opponent. If you control more units than the opponent, they can't play events for this phase. You're more than likely always going to have more units than your opponents just because you can create tokens. And it has plot. So plot is a new ability that says when you deploy a leader, you may play this card from your resources, paying its cost, replace it with the top card of your deck. This is big protection, especially on the flip. Gives you more confidence to not have to play around too much against certain things like, of course, Super Laser Blast. If somehow your opponent has double ramped and you're already on 8, they're already on 8 resources and you're on your 6, protection. Bombing Run as well. Blank that card, can't play it that turn, maximize your turn, try to end the game before anything. Bamboozle is a really big one, right? Be confident now, you don't have to worry about that card. And the big one, I think, is Rival's Fall, which a lot of those hero decks, or blue decks in general, leave up 6 resources open to be able to just kill your leader right away if it's not on something like Lurking TIE Phantom. Okay, so I think this is truly one of the best cards that I'm most excited about. Probably the most out of all of them. This is going to be a really, really big game changer. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see if it's also 2 of in the main deck. Is it a sideboard card? Time will tell, but this is good. This is good for the future. All right. Cards that I'm undecided on, I'm not sure. I think Corporate Warmongering, I don't think it's that. I think it's a win more card. I think it's one of those that, yes, if you have already a Victor Leader out there, you don't need this card. If you already have a lot of tokens out there, you're probably winning this game already. So to me, I just think that, I don't know. I think there's other cards too. I think from a previous set that gives +1/+1 all your units. So I think that would be probably, if that hasn't seen play, I don't know why this would. Crucible, again, It costs 6, not what you want to be doing on your flip turn. And just to give it experience on it, like, it's a win more. Like, I think you're already winning the game if you're going to be doing this. So, and it might even be that you might not have that many units because there's so much hate cards. That's probably what my biggest hesitation on it. And then the wrong ride. I like this card. I think this is interesting. Another disruption. Being able to, like, stop them from playing an Anakin or a Luke at the right time. A super laser blast. Something. I think there's something here that you can, like, tax. But, like, at the same time, though, like, spending 3 for this, that means that you're not playing certain units. So I don't know how I feel about it yet, but something that I'm really intrigued about. Now, last thing I'm going to talk about is let's be real. There's more hate now. Topple the Summit. I think this is a interesting, very interesting card. It says deal 3 damage to each damage unit. Plot: when you deploy, you may play this card from your resources, paying its cost. Replace it with the top card of your deck. I don't know. Maybe if there's like a Kira red deck, Kira flips. You play this first. You flip Kira first, then you play this. Your whole board's gone. So something important too. Also, Boba Data Vault that already has a good matchup against you. On their flip turn, you can do its ability to ping, ping, ping. Deal 4 damage. And then play this card. Your whole board is wiped again. So more hate there. We got Tempest Assault. Costs 4. If you've dealt damage to an enemy base this phase, deal 2 damage to each enemy space unit. I mean, yeah. Another board wiper. And of course, now this is the scariest too. Wow. Hyperspace Disaster. Boom. Defeat all space units. This is, I mean, yeah. This is designed just to crush us immediately. So if it was not the Super Laser Blast that'll get you, this will. So other stuff to factor in too. That's why I like that trade route card to be able to say, hey, I'm going to blink your whole turn. Try to kill you right here, right now, and then hope that, like, if they do have an answer, you have a lurker out to be able to kind of end the game there. So, kind of what is, I'll make another video if there are more cards revealed. I think at this time there's like 170 cards, but this is just something for you to think about. If there's other cards that you think that are excited that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. But subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Later.